Hey, what's happening everybody? Rod J back again. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Tonight I'm going to take a look at another beer. This one is actually from Texas. It is from Three Nations Brewing. It is the Shed and Shiloh Hefeweizen. Let me get it to this side so the glare is not there too much. And this is one that I actually did get a taster of when I was in Texas the last time. If you saw the video with the brewery, I did go to Three Nations. And I saw this at the Total Wine when I made a beer run. Decided to pick it up to bring it home, do a full review on it because I did like the taste of it when I had it there. The one thing I didn't notice when I did pick it up from the store though, and again, got to knock them on it, is that it did not have a date on the can. So again, all breweries should be putting dates on their cans. This one did not have it listed. 5.2% ABV. Hopefully it's as good as I remember it being there, although it was on draft. So draft is always better for the most part. Unless something is done wrong where their draft lines are affected, you should always get the freshest quality from draft. And of course, if their kegs have been sitting, nobody's drinking it, that might get taken into account as well. So on the back of the label, you have some writing here. And just trying to get used to this new camera. I don't know if that's going to come through all the way, but it makes mention of this well-crafted Hefeweizen. It's a special beer celebrated in historic downtown Carrollton. Shed and Shiloh is a hazy combination of banana and cloves, and is the result of a special Three Nations yeast, which creates a beverage that is fun to drink. So let's get this baby into a glass, see if it is what I remember, and see if it does deliver. And if you see the splint as you on my hand, I'm still dealing with the fractured wrist that some of you guys are also aware of. That happened a little more recently too, but it is getting better. By the time this comes out, I'll be in a lot better shape most likely, because it will probably be towards the beginning of September or so when you see this. And right now it is about mid-August, just past mid-August, so we'll see. But the beer itself poured out, you have a haziness on it, as makes mention. You have a golden orange color, so to speak. Can't see through to the other side. I am using a Stonga glass here, which is actually designed more for Hefeweizen type brews. Aroma-wise, yeah, I'm still getting a nice feel of the clove. You get a nice sense of it having like a Belgian type yeast in play. A nice sweetness from it. If you like Belgian type ales, as you all know, I'm a big fan of them. It's probably my favorite style. This is very reminiscent of some of those, so that is what you would pick up on the nose. A nice feel of that clove of the aroma itself. And there wasn't much head to really talk to. Like many Hefeweizens, the head does dissipate rather quickly. It came out just under a quarter when I was pouring it, but it did break down rather easily. Let's get the taste. Still has a nice amount of flavor to it, has a nice feel. You do get that clove again into the mouth as well. A little bit of kind of a coriander type feel with it too. Very Belgian-y for a Hefeweizen. It leaves a good amount of flavor in the mouth. Can really feel it in the cheek area. Has a nice refreshing quality to it. Has a little bit of a dryness, but it's not overly dry in any way. Goes out in the back end rather easily, very smooth. You feel just a little bit of that presence of the carbonation dancing on the tongue there with the bubbles. But in the mouth, you just have a nice burst of that flavor. It leaves a nice amount of remnants there in the cheek action. Really urges you to take your time with it to really sit back and enjoy it. Very nice drinkable beer. It's also one that can go down rather easily, that you could chug through it. And again, at 5.2, very light in nature. So a very nice one from Three Nations, and despite them not having the date on the can, it was still good, so kind of benefited in that regard. Would definitely say check out Three Nations Brewing if you are down in that Fort Worth, Farm and Branch, Carrollton area. Good brewery, good little brewery. I know when I was there that day they had a food truck, so I believe they do bring food trucks in there for the food. They don't make anything on site. They are building a new location as well that they told me down there, which would actually be bigger. And also, because when I was there, they didn't have it. They'll have air conditioning in the new one. So the other one, a lot of fans, but it was still pretty warm. And as you can imagine, the Texas heat does catch up with you, but it was still worth a nice visit to them as well. Good beer from them. Go ahead and put me down with a 4 out of 5 for this one. Would definitely, again, say check them out. And I will check you guys out next time. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better come